Hey guys, I just wanted to update you on where I'm at with my One Little Word album this year for 2024. My word is present. And at the beginning of my album, I have these monthly selfies I have been keeping track of in my phone in my Project Life app. And so I went ahead and printed the next batch of those, and we're going to add those in right now. They are 2 by 2 photos, and this was, I believe, one of the cutout pages that was included in the main kit, if I remember correctly. And so I just cut it out double-sided so that, and then kind of glued it together just on the top and on the side so that it would stay together. And I am actually just very lightly tacking these down on the front side of the photo, right on the corners. So I'm going to get that lined up. They fit just perfectly in there. Those circles are just shy of 2 inches. They're just a little bit smaller than 2 inches. So my 2 by 2 photos fit perfectly. And I'm just moving those around until they're mostly centered. They don't have to be perfect, but I just really love the selfie page. I did this last year for the first time, or maybe it was 2 years ago, but I really love doing this. I am bad about getting in front of the camera. I'm always behind the camera, so remembering to take a selfie of myself each month is just a lot of fun. And I love seeing the progression of the seasons and like where we are. And I majorly cut my hair off for the first time in a long time. And so you will see that here coming up in July, I think is when I did that. July, I think. So that front page is now totally done. So now I'm going to flip it over and I'm actually going to adhere the photos back to back. Oh, first I'm going to add washi tape just to kind of reinforce those and make sure that they're stuck down. They don't have to be super stuck down here, I don't feel like, because once I get the photos on the back and then adhere the edges, once I'm done with November and December, those will be the only ones left. There's the short hair. So once I get everything stuck down, I think they're going to be in there nice and firm, and I won't have to worry about them really being loose in between these pages. So just super fun way. If you haven't done this before, I highly recommend it. It's so easy to do. Even if you end up with some photos, sometimes my selfie photos end up having a kid in them. Totally cool with me. I'm going to keep adding these in. My album, I decided to make my own album this year that is disc bound. I definitely need bigger discs. It has become very, very chunky, and I really love it. It's hard to turn the pages. I think my favorite way of doing this is probably in an actual 6x8 album, but then on the flip side, I also really love challenging myself to use something different than that because I'm putting lots of other things in 6x8 albums throughout the year. So it's fun to use a different type of album. I kind of thought that I was going to keep this mostly digital this year and maybe even print a digital book, but I literally scrapped that idea in like January. I don't love Canva. That's where I was trying to force myself to use Canva and learn more about Canva and just become more proficient at it. And I just don't like it. So that idea got scrapped really quickly. Plus, I've been really into doing more mixed media this year, and having a physical album allowed me to put some of the random things that I'm making into it. In fact, now that I'm saying that, there is another tag that I made just a few days ago that I was planning on putting in this album. So I'm going to have to find where I stashed that and go ahead and put it in my One Little Word album. So I'm already starting to think about what kind of album I'm going to want to use for 2025. I don't think it will be a repeat of this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've thought about a traveler's journal. I've thought about doing like a binded journal or even like the the art journal that Ali Edwards sells. We'll just see. So anyway, I thought now that we've got those in there, we could just do a quick flip through. I know I've posted this before, but January, like I was saying, is where I thought that I was going to do most of this in Canva. So all of these are just printed on copy paper, and I thought, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be nice and thin. The album is not thin. Let's just put it that way. It is so chunky. I thought I could embellish it. It's not my love language, apparently. So quickly I changed over to printing things out, and even here I thought, okay, this is still digital, and I could put that in and then immediately. So here we are with handwriting. That was super fun to do. And then my other words. And then we're going to be into March, which was the habit month, and I did a creativity month. This was fun. I did something creative every single day, and that just really gave me permission to play with some of my art supplies. I really love doing that. April was simple. I've kept the album really simple this year because I'm doing so many other things on my desk. I love the opportunity to do something creative in here, but I also love the chance to just finish the prompt and poke holes in it and put it in my album. So then I say that I did simple, but then in May I went crazy with this page. I really loved the way that it turned out. I loved those little speech bubbles. I wanted to use them for something, and I loved putting it on that clear piece of graphics, I think is what I actually used. That's another one of the die cuts. June, I did just exactly what Ali Edwards did, actually. Very heavily inspired by her. And so this was just the tag with the companion words. Kind of went crazy with my companion words, but I did all of those definitions with the Word Swag app. Printed them, I believe, on sticker paper, maybe on copy paper, and glued them on. That's just some of the packaging and one of my wonky birds that I painted. July, adhered the prompt to a vellum piece of paper that I printed, and then add some mixed media on the bottom and on the back. Little tag there. And then August was so fun. This is something I just put together today. I actually stitched a pocket out of my monthly divider in order to house my confetti chronicles. So this I totally made outside, sitting with the kids while they were playing. It was beautiful out. My mom was in town. I doodled and cut and pasted, and then printed out all of those little word strips, cut them out, and put them in my little journal there. This was just really super fun, and really spoke to what I've been into recently, the mixed media. So that is just a piece of vellum that is stitched onto the back of my divider, and then I put a little tag there. August, I put coordinating vellum on the back of that. September, this one turned out really cool. I just did this yesterday. So this is actually a digital file from December Daily, I think 2021. And then I made it on my phone digitally and cut it out with my Silhouette. October was the poem, and I did this totally with WordSwag app. Printed it out on a piece of copy paper and glued it to some mixed media. You can see it got really wrinkly, and you can see that the paper was dirty on the back side of the mixed media through it, but I kind of love that it's imperfect. Excuse my dog shaking in the background. However, I do want to read this to you. So I really like the way that my poem turned out. I am sun rays, soft breezes, and the smell of impending rain. I am continuously ensuring that nothing can weigh me down. I'm looking forward and just breathing. I am full of dreams for our children's futures while living between joy and exhaustion. I am creatively engaged and filling my life with contentment and laughter. I am forgiveness and trepidation. I am gratitude for the light of our marriage and family. I am staying present in the moment before it becomes a memory, and keenly aware of my surroundings while intensely soaking it all in. I am present. The mixed media that I used for the backing of this was some reverse painting that I tried for the first time. It was really fun, but I used the wrong painted background. It's really pretty and shimmery, but I made it with some of Lindy's Magicals, and they are water soluble, and I kept getting the pinks and the yellows in the oranges and with my white. And so it was really frustrating, but I still wanted to include it. And then I just included my notes that I wrote from the printable in there. And this is what I have left, just kind of stashed in the back. And I am ready for November and December and figuring out what I'm going to do for an album for 2025, as well as what word decides to speak to me. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps, and I can't wait to see everybody else's albums for 2024. Have a super great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you guys.